tonight from Liquid Light, based in NG2 in Nottingham, so a local brewery in other words. It's their blueberry Gose, and it says, let me just bring this up, based on a traditional Gose malt bill combined with a generous dose of crushed coriander seeds, salt and masses of pureed blueberries in a fermenter. 5%, going to be an interesting one. And it's just put that. Good evening. No sound. You sure? Good evening. Going to have me in things that I'm thinking shit. Absolutely pissing down outside. Good evening. Hear that rain? Good evening. So I'll just bring this up. Why didn't it come up then? That's it. I'll just put the good evening. So I'll pour out while the there we go. I know, chucking it down. I've just done a sneaky review as well. So yeah, I've just done a sneaky one. So that'll come up later. Not raining then. Oh, that's got a colour to it. So, yeah, keep out of the way. Good evening. Evening. So look at that. Now I'm not normally a Gose fan, but I do like Liquid Light. They do make some nice beers. So a reddish, I'd call that not a red, like a plummy colour with a pink tinge of the head on the nose. I don't know what it is just at the moment. See, I'm not really a Gose / sour fan. Yeah, no, it's bloody freezing. Good evening. It's been a good day, really. I mean, that heavy rain that was supposed to have come never came. And I had a cracking day. I had a right good fire. Yes, it's a Gose, yeah. So, or sour. We'll call it a sour. I think Gose must just be a posh name for sour. It's obviously there's a reason why they call it that. Bless you. Did you get the salt and brewdog one? Because I've not seen that one. And that is it. Salt is added into the Gose. It says on the back here about, so it's based on a traditional Gose malt bill. Well, you got the Salt Beer Factory one as well. There's a collaboration one with Brewdog, I'm sure. So yeah, based on a traditional Gose malt bill combined with a generous dose of crushed coriander seeds, salt and masses of pureed blueberries. Oh, I might have to nip back in at the weekend. Although I've just ordered 5 beers from Adventure Beer in Nottingham. 3 Castle Rocks, 1 Black Iris, Neon Raptor, and 1 Nottingham Brewery. So, getting more fruity now. Now the air's getting to it. It's getting slightly more fruity. Still not in your Tesco's. It's ridiculous, isn't it? Yeah. When you drive by now, you can really see the manor. I can taste the salt element. You've been past today, and it's only going to get better when I start putting more flower beds in and stuff. The first year is is whacking it down, getting it under my control. I've already controlled that site; it's all done and dusted. The other site, I've just about now got it down. Yeah, definitely get the club card out. This following year, going into next winter and beyond, never had a Gose. It's only been the last year that I've had them. And I won't say it's my go-to beer. Wait till the flowers start coming out. It'll be even nicer then, hopefully. Ghostless in Seattle. Quite nice, actually. Not too strong. It's and it's all about the berries. The blueberries are coming through nice. Not quite getting the coriander at the moment. Good evening. I still can't wait to have when I go to Robin Hood Beer Festival to have their Interstellar Galactic Stout. Bloody hell, the wind's getting up again. You can't fault it, can you? 4 absolute top quality beers for £6. And let's be fair, all 4 of them could be in your top 10. Yeah. I was actually quite sober. Yeah, that 15% didn't hit me at all. I'll tell you who has released a new beer tonight. Track Brewing Company. Yeah, really strong win then. Yeah, Track Brewing Company. They brought out today a pancake imperial stout, £8.50, I think. Yeah, yeah. I mean, if you can't get them 3 plummy beers, any plummy beers really, because it'd be interesting to see what people think. See, London's a bit far for me. One, I'd get there and I'd shit myself. I'd be too stressed. A smaller beer festival, I'd be all right. But you know, going down to somewhere where I don't know, I couldn't do it. Yeah, that £8.50. I'd buy it, but I've just spent 20 quid on 5 beers. I put the beer there. It's in the way. I'm talking. Yeah, I've come home and it's took my gazebo out. Oh yeah. One of these days I'll venture out and I'll be a bit brave at venturing out. Probably not London though. London's, you know, obviously I'm not from London, so it's too bloody big for me. If it was something like a Yorkshire Beer Festival, then I'd be up for that. I mean, Robin Hood Beer Festival's all right because it's a big beer festival, but straight after there you can get straight the bus into town, or there's actual good local, you know, local tap rooms not far away. Yeah, I got to work this morning and I thought, oh, there's going to be trees down and all sorts, but nothing. And I've come in the garden tonight and obviously the gazebo's out. I've got to sort that out. Good evening. Faith. Northern Monk. There you go. You've just triggered the... Good evening, Mr. Bullman. Saturday morning session. Oh, you can only go for a morning session then. Robin Hood Beer Festival, once you get there, something to do with that gal who got murdered by a copper. Yes, that girl in London, a woman, and it's a copper who's been held. Something to do with, I didn't read it all. Yep, I'll do. We'll have to all try and do I'll do impersonations, see if anybody gets anywhere close. Yeah, 6 o'clock news. Bless you. You can't beat it, can you? See, you have a drink at 6 o'clock or 3 drinks like I do, and then you knock off and you sober up. Good evening. Hey, don't worry. I'm just crap at getting, you know, in the daytime, obviously I'm at work, so I'm a bit crappy at getting back to people. But don't worry about messages. So, lovely little blueberry Gose. Lovely looking colour to it, I must admit. And one of these days, I'll actually take photographs of the beer. I noticed on Instagram, But the people who take photographs of the beer next to the can, they get lots of what's the word, followers. Me, I don't. I drink the bugger, so I don't take a photo of the beer. I was the guinea pig for low cost draft beer. He sent me a couple to try, and they were amazing. He told me beforehand that they were doing it. Bless you. You've always got to get 2 or 3 pints in on last orders, haven't you? And I was the one of the no, from Box Team. No, I've not had the beer I've named. I'll be naming my own beers when I do some brewing soon. It's going to cost me some money to do the brewing. I'm going to do 2 Imperials and then add flavouring to them in some sort of fashion. Maybe rum. Actually, add rum to the beer. 2 litres of rum to a beer, and then do a ginger, like a ginger stout as well. Oh. Yeah, on Saturday I'm going to be about 8 o'clock. It's the wife's birthday, so good evening. No, I won't. So, people are on about coming here on the Robin Hood Beer Festival, and I'm going to do a couple of brews ready for that. So when they come, they can get here, get drunk, and then get the bus into town or a taxi and sober up a little bit before we start the proper beer day. Should be a good long day. Definitely get some food beforehand though. You definitely want to go before you at any beer festival. You want to go in absolutely full to the brim. Me, I'm not cooking. No. There's a posh Italian restaurant just about 500 yards away. Cake. I can sort cake out. Hopefully the baby doesn't come on Saturday. My daughter's baby don't come. That might knacker the day up, but hey, it is what it is. There's a nice Italian restaurant, and for once I'm not going to have steak. I'm actually going to have some this chicken and mushroom, but it's amazing. I've had it before, and good evening. Yes, I've got my plums. I mean, I'd love to get Elgood's plum porter, but obviously, you can only get what your local shops have got. Yeah. I mean, there are lots of plummy type beers around. Is this bloody heater working? It's freezing in here. We're all thinking that she's going to drop the baby on St. Patrick's Day, which will be funny. So every St. Patrick's Day, it's a beer and a celebration of a little baby, being born. Hopefully. But obviously, it comes when it comes. Yes. Yeah, I've definitely got an Irish beer. I've got an Irish stout on my right-hand side. Good evening. Yeah, I've got one Irish stout. I'm bound to have something else. No, she's not due to the 23rd. Doing well, thank you. Bless you. You've got to, haven't you? It's a good way of using YouTube, doing like Irish beer reviews on St. Patrick's Days, or even a quick live, if you can stand doing lives. It's an interesting thing doing lives, trying to keep up with the comments. Yeah, it will be weird. Everyone will be oh, cheers. Yeah, it will be weird St. Patrick's Day this year. I mean, last year I think it just about happened. Or did it? I know we went for a meal because we went to Miller and Carter for a meal, and that was the last night before lockdown. 17th March, St. Patrick's Day. Favourite readily available beer from a supermarket? Oh, it's either King Goblin or Adnam's Broadside at the moment, anyway. Your taste buds change though. I mean, I absolutely love Peroni Doppio Malto, but it depends if you've got them sort of shops nearby. See, we've not got a Waitrose in Nottingham anymore. The closest is, I think, Newark. I think it did as well. I remember me and the wife going for a Miller and Carter. Cost me 95 quid for two of us. Oh, dear. I know, it's a killer, isn't it? You know, buying all these beers. It does do your finances. I mean, I'm trying not to look at low cost beer because yeah, I'm like that most days. You have too much to drink and you think, what the fuck did I say or do last night? Good evening. I like Hop House 13. It's not a bad lager, you know. I mean, I come from a lager. No, I never smoked in my life. Yeah, it's only because yeah. The wall says something different to what I actually am. Good evening. So, I don't go out drinking a lot, so I don't really spend that much. But when we do go out drinking, you know, you can soon spend anything up to 100 quid or above in a night. So easy. God knows how. You know. But then again, when you walk into pubs into Nottingham city centre and it's 6 quid a pint, you know, you can soon rack through a few pints. And especially if you go on the spirits and wines and stuff, and then go for a cheeky meal and then carry on drinking. Yeah, bless you. Yeah. So a lovely looking beer. It looks plum coloured to me, gotta be honest. Didn't really get the coriander. It's supposed to have coriander in it. I do get that salt element. Certainly do. Certainly get the blueberries. I find that with a lot of people who don't normally drink at home. Is that what started you doing beer reviews then? Because of lockdown and that. I mean, for me, it's a cracking way to have a beer and not get moaned at for having a beer. Plus, I can talk shit about a beer, and you know, if I'm right, I'm right. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I don't care either way, really. Hopefully, I'm right. You know, but you can't always be right. Oh, 30 miles drive just to get to a Tesco's. Shit. Oh, good on you. Yeah, lockdown, coming into the first lockdown, I was on about 465 subscribers. And now it's something like 1,530 or something along them lines. She don't mind. Yeah, she don't mind me doing the reviews. She doesn't watch the channel. Not interested in the slightest. But yeah, she don't mind me doing the reviews. As long as I don't go back up the house, pissed out my head, which does happen now and again. Obviously, you know, these things happen when you've had a drink. And especially when you get a taste for it, you start drinking and I might do, you know, come April the 12th, I might actually, I think that's when the pubs reopen for outside drinkers, and I might go. Depends what beer, depends what beer, you know, what beer you like. Obviously all beers very different. See, I like the full range. I like fruity beers. I like, the only one I don't like is them wine sour type beers. They don't float my boat at all. I've had 3 of them now. Two in a low cost advent calendar, and 1 a week or 2 ago, and I couldn't stand it at all. Not my cup of tea. You know, soured, like done in wine barrels. Flavoured beers. Ooh, what type of flavour? I mean, Titanic make a lovely plum porter and, you know, cappuccino beer. Oh, definitely. Yeah, I think that's the same with a lot of these beer review channels. I think it's just a good way of getting, it's a good excuse. Plus you get chatting about beer, and it's an interesting, you know, it's an interesting hobby, to be fair. No, I'm not keen on sours, to be honest, no. So, Liquid Light, one of my favourite breweries out of Nottingham. Not far away from me, actually, only about 3 miles away. They do my all-time favourite beer festival beer, Interstellar Galactic Rum and Raisin Stout. Toffee. You know, Aldi do a toffee ale, and that's pretty decent for toffee. If you're looking at other toffees, sticky toffee pudding ale from Wells, oh no, not Wells, Eagle Brewery, that's okay. Rhubarb, who bloody hell is rhubarb? Marks and Spencer do a rhubarb beer. I'm sure they do. Yeah, I'm sure they do. Are they very good then for sours? Vault City. I've not heard of Vault City. But then again, there's so many breweries these days. I don't know some of the breweries. Or I've done some big drinking sessions, yeah. Yeah. I might have to do that in the next review, which is coming straight after this review. Brothers cider, but honeycomb cider out. Ooh, that's interesting. Aldi vanilla stout. Ooh. So I'll kill this review off so I can get the next review out of the way. Definitely got the salt. You work on the public park for 20 years, you see more of life than you'd ever dream of seeing. You know, some stuff I don't want to see, but yeah, definitely got the blueberry element, definitely got the salt. Didn't really get the coriander. Right. I'll wait till the weekend then, see if anything new comes up. I don't know what it is in Nottingham, but we seem to, Lidl's in Nottingham don't get any of their new stuff. And, you know, it's a miss. And these days, you don't want to go in every flipping supermarket going for new beers. So for me, yeah, a nice Gose, or sour, I'll call it a sour. Definitely got the salt element, definitely got, been a good day, thank you. Yeah, nice to be home though. Nice to be at home, chilling out, having a beer. Has he? Then again, basically, beer reviewing is his job, isn't it? He makes so much money off it that's his livelihood. I've only ever thrown up in the last 10 years once, back in 2017. We'd been out for a meal, we'd been drinking, and then somebody started to dance in the pub. And me being a twat, I'm fucking dancing as well, aren't I? Next minute, I'm in the pub, and then all of a sudden I thought, oh God, I feel ill. And I didn't even know there was some people to the right. It was like, brrr, brrr. And these people, apparently the look on their faces was horror. I just blurted out all over my mate's coat. So anyway, out of 5 for these fellas, I reckon about a 4.2 out of 5. Isn't it? And good evening, Mr. Mosey Bears. I didn't see you slip in. No, I don't think you'll make a lot of YouTube and that. Oh, you did, evening fella. I didn't see the evening bit. That's what you get for talking. So yeah, an interesting enough beer. But next review. I can see it on here now. I can see it on that side, but I didn't see it pop up on this side. Hey, yeah, I reckon for me, about a 4.2 out of 5. Not massive Gose or sour fan, but it was okay, drinkable, and it was interesting, you know, as a non-fan of that type of brand, that type of beer. Yeah, it was okay. You know, I stomached it and it tasted okay. So yeah, next review, back in about 2 minutes. Cheers. Not been long.